Hi guys, this is Sunny. Welcome to the seventh tutorial in the series. So in this tutorial, I will be talking about something called conditional statements. So, so for example, let's say you want to write some program and you want to make sure some of your code block doesn't execute, and some of the other code block executes. And to actually achieve that, you can use something called conditional statements. For example, let's say you can use if, else, if, and else. So these are your conditional statements that you can use um, to execute and not execute some of your code. So let's take some examples. Mm, so let's say we have a number int, which is 10. And what I want to do is I want to execute if number is greater than 2. If number is greater than 2, then I want to execute a print line. Um, Number is greater than 2. If not, then I want to execute something like sysout number is less than 2. So in this case, as you can see, I have a number which is already defined with value 10. So it's of course going to go into this if statement and it's going to skip over this. So this is some conditional programming here. And if I run this program, you will see number is greater than 2. And here you see that number is greater than 2. So, but if I didn't put this else block and I put this here, you'll see both will be printed, um, and which you may not want in this case. So I can show you, I run this program and you'll see both will be printed. So, so this is an example of an if else statement. So let's take one more example where you have um, something like this. So let's say you have an if statement, which is number um, is is less than let's say 10. Then I want to execute something. So number is less than 10. But what if number is not less than 10, if something else? So you can use else if. So this is going to be number is greater than 0 and number is less than 20. So what does this mean? So this means that the number is greater than 0 and the number is less than 20. Only then you can execute this else if. So number is between 0 and 20, excluding 0 and 20. And the last statement is going to be else. So number is uh, is something else. So number is something else. So let's see what happens. So if you think about this program before I run this, so you have number equals 10 and number is not less than 10. So it's not going to go into this if statement. So then it's going to come to this else if. And now it's going to check this condition here. So it checks, oh, number is greater than 0. Yes, it is. And check for number is less than 20. Yes, it is. So it's going to go into this else if and it's going to print out this statement. And it's not going to go into this because it already executed this statement for us. So now if I run this, number is between 0 and 20. So this is something you can use for your conditional programming. Um, I want to show one more example. So in this, I want to talk about this one more time. So here you see you have an if statement where number is less than 10. So if this is true, if this statement is true, it's going to go inside this and print this line. So if this statement is true, number is less than 10, it's not going to check these two statements for you. So it's not going to check else if and else. But if you have, let's say number is less than 10, something you have over here, something, let's say something here, but you also have, let's say, if one more if, where you have number is greater than 10 and something else. So what exactly is going to go in this case? So it's going to check this condition. This may not be true. Then it's going to go ahead and check this statement as well. Since you don't have an else, it's going to check this statement. So the difference between else if and if is that else if is going to get skipped over if the statement before that was true. And if, even though this statement was true or false, this if statement will always be executing. So that's the key difference between else if and if. So depending on your design, depending on your requirement, you may want to use else if or if. But else is always the last statement you want to have. You want to put that over there just in case nothing is true. You want to execute your else. So this is your conditional programming tutorial. I hope this helps. If there is any questions or concerns, leave me a comment in the comment box and I'll definitely reply back as soon as possible. Thanks.